let's call this meeting to order. You've got the attendance right, Michelle. I guess there's Corey. I see Michelle. I lost Michelle. I only get nine people on my iPad, so Michelle's disappeared. But
still here.
Okay. Let me ask you. As far as public comment goes, I saw Mark was signed in. Mark Defano, are you with us or not?
Yeah, I'm on the phone. Yeah, so he sent a message saying that his computer didn't work. But so you did get the phone in? Yes, I'm on the telephone if you need to chat with me. Cool.
Okay, just wanted to let you know. Okay, so division reports, guys. They had sent out I think it's a 4-page deal. Just want to check. Anybody have any questions about anything that's going on there? No. I've got a question. Is Corey still with us, or is he gone now?
He left.
Okay. Are we having any issues? I know the parks are closed, but are we having problems with people still using them, or that's not really been an issue, Matthew?
We are getting a lot of phone calls from people saying there's people on the playground equipment. I have some people complaining that other people are on the playground equipment. There's not really much we can do about it besides having it roped off. People are still just going on it no matter what. But, it's mothers with children. So I'm having some people call telling them, or like, I told them they couldn't go on it kind of thing. But, it's just, thank you. There's not much we can do.
Yeah.
All right. But we haven't had, and I take it inside the community center, things are fine there, in terms of.
Yeah, things are going really well. We had our last week of camp this week, and all the new procedures and everything like that has gone very smoothly, way better than what we actually expected it to do.
How many kids, Michelle?
Very, very limited as far as the camps we're running. This week, we do have just one camp that has 7 kids in it. So that's kind of mostly how it's been run.
Okay.
Right, and in terms of, it looks like most of the rec offerings are still put on hold, right? There's not a lot of classes or other things that are going on outside camp, right?
No, there's nothing right now for the end of August. Starting back in September, we'll start back some of our painting classes, some of our clay classes, stuff like that. So we're gradually starting to add more stuff in September. So hopefully that will go well.
And what I know the town has other things to address, but obviously there's going to be a tremendous revenue hole when all this passes because of, you guys are obviously most of your revenue generating activities are gone for Parks and Rec.
Yeah. Most of it, summer camp is huge, and we've lost most of summer camp.
Right. And the tourism money, this year's tourism fund, I think, is based on last year's figures, so it should be okay. But we can probably expect a significant drop next year because it's based on the hotel, motel, and fast food taxes. And I don't know how fast food is doing, but I've seen the hotel, motel taxes have probably cratered.
Chick-fil-A is always booming. That's for sure.
Yeah, Chick-fil-A may make up the difference for the hotel.
I know. Isn't that amazing?
That'd be nice. But yeah, do we have anything from Corey, Michelle? Did he leave anything on the Heritage Trail update or the Purser-Halsey Dog Park?
Nothing that he hasn't sent. He sent everything that he had.
Okay, I didn't see it. Maybe anybody see anything on that, or is that just me, or there was nothing that came in the packet of stuff? Okay, I guess not. One thing I do want to add, it wasn't on the agenda. We don't have minutes from last meeting, so we cannot approve them.
Right.
We'll have to catch up. We will have to catch up on our Zoom minutes at some point, hopefully before next meeting. Old business. I don't think there was a heck of a lot. The only thing that was pending last time was, do we talk about the Veterans Memorial in Stumptown Park? I can't remember anymore. There is the VFW wants to make some major improvements and changes out there. I've been out in the park in July with Mark Stefano, but the proposal's not been brought to us. They're going to self-fund it, as I understand it. I don't know if it's gone to town council either, but the word I understand is they have all these improvements that are supposedly going to be done by Veterans Day in November, but I don't know anything else about them other than some very sketchy preliminary stuff. It is going to involve, if you guys know where the Veterans Memorial is on the right side of the park when you go in there, there's not much going on. The plan is to upgrade the flagpole, to plant bushes and berms between the park and the Exxon station, and put up some type of memorial, almost like a wall type thing there. Once again, it's not been approved. It's not been funded. The town is not funding it, and I haven't even seen any start to fundraising. But that's all I know. If and when Corey or I get something, we'll share it with you. But everything we've got has been just basically almost like cocktail napkin type stuff.
Okay.
Haven't they started doing some stuff there?
I don't know. They might have. I have not been to Stumptown Park since July, so it's possible they may be doing some digging. They were going to do some landscape improvements, pull out some old dead bushes, and try and clean up.
I think they've started working on it. Even the veteran thing over there on that little berm looks like they have changed some stuff out. Maybe.
I mean,
Howie,
I'm sorry.
Would you like for me to provide an update? I don't want to interject.
Mark, I'm sorry, I'm not seeing you here. Yeah, why don't you let us know where you're at? We're just curious because things are so disjointed right now.
Yeah, sure. Thank you for the opportunity. Number one is the Board of Commissioners did vote for complete approval of the project, and I would be more than happy to send a link to an outstanding video that we produced that will give you a complete overview of what the project is going to be. It's totally funded by the American Legion, which I am the commander of the American Legion here in Matthews. And I'm working closely hand in hand, literally on a day-to-day basis with Scott and Corey. And everything I do, I make sure that we work with them first. So here's what we've done so far. We've just, as a matter of fact, 2 days ago, just completed phase 1. And that was the complete removal of all vegetation and trees all the way from, if you're facing the memorial wall, from the left side of the memorial wall, all the way to the right side of the flagpole area. So that's all been removed. Excavators have been in there, heavy machinery. There used to be 120 volt power lines running all underneath there. They've been removed. All the irrigation functioning has been removed. So we covered it over with plastic and tarp, so in case of heavy rains, it won't wash down onto the sidewalk. And we'll be starting construction sometime at the end of August. And you'll start seeing some walls go up and paver areas being built. And that will go on for probably the middle part of September. It's kind of difficult to explain to you verbally, but either one of two things. Howie, I could link to the video to you and you can disseminate it to all of the members, or if you want, you can send a list of email addresses to me and I'll take care of that for you either way.
Hey, Mark.
Yeah, Mark, send it to me and I'll forward it out. I know I saw some of the preliminary design stuff you shared with Corey, in the past month or so.
Right. This video that we produced, it actually went live about 2 weeks ago, 10 days ago, I guess. And it is an excellent overview of what's going to happen.
Hey, Mark.
Yes.
Hey, it's Debbie Chopis. I just sent everybody the link.
Oh, good. Okay, great. Yeah, it's on our website. If somebody would be so kind as to click on it, it should bring you to our website, and there should be a video in the center, and all you have to do is click the play button. Somebody, if you would please acknowledge to make sure that Debbie's link is active and correct.
Got it yet.
Yeah, I'm not seeing it yet either.
I'm not seeing it.
It's in the chat in your Zoom.
Okay.
Okay.
Mark, are you still, is the whole thing on schedule for November, or it's going to be, some of it done by this November and basically, the idea being that it'll be completed by not this Veterans Day, but the next Veterans Day?
No. The entire thing will be totally finished by November. Actually, it'll be finished by October, the first week of October. The landscape designer, who is Lisa Tompkins, you may know her from the other work that she's done with the town. She's asking that we do not plant until the first week of October because of the heat. But we are planting mature plants. So in other words, the hedge in the back will be 3 to 4 feet high when planted. The trees will be around a 3-inch caliper. And it's going to be quite lovely.
Mark, you'd mentioned excuse me, you'd mentioned that it's totally funded by American Legion. Can you give us an idea of the cost?
Yeah, we're raising $50,000. We don't think it'll cost anywhere near that much, but that's what our fundraising goal is. And so far we're on track, and we're paying as we go, and we feel very confident about it. We think it'll probably come in around $35,000. The biggest expense is the landscaping, because we're buying all mature products.
Thank you, Debbie. I just saw the link. Thank you for sending it on.
Yeah.
Mark's question. Mark,
I'm sorry?
Mark. Yes.
Oh, it does work?
Yes.
Okay, great. Yeah, it's a fabulous video, and it'll completely tell you the reason why we're doing it and what the end product will look like. Now, anything that appears in the video, of course, is graphical generation. It'll give you a close proximity to what the final appearance will be, but it'll be much more grand and beautiful than what the graphics can display.
All right. Well, thank you, Mark. Appreciate it. Good luck. I'm pretty impressed, given the tight deadlines, the tight time frame you guys are under, that you're going to get this in on time.
Well, thank you. And we've had some great vendors working with us who have literally dropped everything and helped members out there actually volunteering. So it's a wonderful feel-good project where it's something that every part of the town can get involved with. I mean, we've got the Arts Council, the Appearance and Tree Committee, the Parks and Rec, the town itself, the American Legion, it just is all coming together. It's a really uplifting and wonderful experience, especially, I mean, we need that sort of thing right now.
And has there been any talk about how to do Veterans Day in light of COVID-19, or that's still down the road some? How to physically pull off the Veterans Day and the basically unveiling of the new space?
We're planning on having a totally open and full production. So that's our plan. If we're told otherwise, we'll accommodate, but that's our plan.
Thank you. Anybody else have any questions for Mark about anything? No. Let me ask on old business. Anybody else have anything that was in the pipeline over the past couple months that they want to ask about? No.
Just a quick question. Do you know what we're paying for the signage work at Purser Holsey Park?
I don't know. Michelle, we have anything there? Obviously that Corey would have that figure, and I apologize.
Yeah, I was just curious if that was like a big deal or kind of a minor thing.
I think that was all put in the budget. I think all this stuff was actually put in the budget a while ago, part of the Wayfind deal, but I could be wrong. But I'll make a note to send him an email and see what I can find out.
Well, thanks. It's really a curiosity. All right.
Yeah, that's fine. The only other thing we really need to deal with is it's going to be tourism grant time. The applications are apparently already out, and I'll just share with you the deadlines. I got to find it here. Their application is going to be due at 4 p.m. on September 28th. We need to talk. We'll talk about a subcommittee in a minute, but somewhere between September 28th. Somewhere between September 29th and October 13th, the subcommittee is going to have to meet to review the applications. We are going to have a meeting on October 14th, which is when the subcommittee will make the recommendations. The entire committee will vote on the allocation, and then it will go to town board on October 26th. This year, the pot is $77,000. Even though it's not formally been done, they agreed to base it on X percentage of the hotel motel fast food tax from the previous year. So that's why the figure hasn't changed, at least unless something radically happens. I think it's a couple of $1,000s more than last year. I think it was about 74 last year. You guys will probably remember better than I can. But a number of you sat down. It's going to be similar to last year. There's not going to be any face-to-face kind of thing. It's just going to be sitting in a room reviewing the applications and talking out the allocations among yourselves. I'd like to have a couple of committee members do it. I've done in the past. You're still welcome to do it. If you haven't, you're welcome to give it a shot. The one thing we haven't come up with, I'm sure it's going to be an issue, is a lot of these organizations are just not sure. The programs they're going to be applying for may not necessarily be able to go forward depending on, what happens with COVID-19. So I think we're going to have to up our game a little bit on making sure they understand that the funds are contingent on the project going forward. I'm not sure whether that means the money's not going to be dispersed when it normally right after it's allocated, it's dispersed fairly soon after that. I don't know how the town's going to deal with it. We'll have to straighten that out. But let me ask you if there are anybody who would like to serve on a subcommittee just to review it, group together and make a recommendation to the committee itself. Susan, I see you. Anybody else? Sandy, Susan, you guys have done it before. And anybody else? I'm sorry. I'm looking at the face on the screen. I'm not seeing.
Let me ask you a question. Can we do it virtually?
Sure. I don't see why not. Since you're not there, there's no reason you can't. What I'm trying to think is once we get the committee together, you guys can decide, the date and time you want to do your review.
Okay.
The window is between September 29th, October 13th. So you've got about 2 weeks, so it shouldn't be too bad.
We can do it.
Okay, so it's just Sandy and Susan. Anybody else? No? Okay. I can't. I'm going to opt out because of my relationship with the Playhouse. I don't want to be in on that end of it. But if anybody else decides they want to do it, that's fine. I will talk to Harvey. I think he did it last year, although I'm not quite sure how we're going to pull it off. He wants to do it, given his his lack of use of a Zoom platform. But we'll figure something out.
I'm assuming Corey's going to help facilitate the meeting like he's done in the past.
Right. Well, once again, if you guys want to do it Zoom, he can set up the platform for you guys. It will obviously not be, the question I have is the town's platforms are open. Obviously, the subcommittee meeting is not going to be an open public platform.
Right.
So we'll figure it out from there. But if anybody else decides they want to do it, that's fine. It didn't take a long time, right? Just a couple hours historically, right? Susan, Sandy, it's not a big project. Yeah, John did it last year too, right? Right, and that's pretty much it. If anybody else has anything, that's fine. Otherwise, we can just get on to whatever the heck we've been doing. Anybody else have anything they want to raise or talk about? All right, guys. In that case, I think we've set a new record for a meeting. Thank you very much. Hopefully in September, things will get back online. We'll actually have some real things to talk about, but who knows? Because nothing's gone on in any of the parks or projects really, except for emergency stuff, right, Michelle? There's no ongoing projects going on out there. How's life back at the community center? by the way?
Quiet. Too quiet.
They have you guys like alternating in and out, kind of keep spacing up, or how are they doing it?
With camps, we're not. Some are and some aren't. I'm there at the desk because there's not a whole lot I can do besides be there. So I'm there every day. Scott is teleworking some days. Melissa's teleworking some days. Ashley's teleworking on Fridays. But, you know, now that camps are winding down, we are trying to come up with some new programs that we can do maybe virtually for September. Don't know, but we're trying to brainstorm some new things.
Thanks for being there.
Thank you for the help. All right, guys, everybody stay safe and healthy. Hopefully, maybe October, we can actually have a meeting. Who knows? But
I'm not optimistic.
we're going to have to continue to live in the Zoom universe, guys.
Yeah.
Thank you all. And if anybody else decides they want to serve on the subcommittee, just drop me an email, and I'll let Corey know.